everyone, myself Masrat Afsha, English teacher at Elizabeth High School and Junior College. Welcome back to my class. Today we are going to move forward towards the third unit of our class 9th English syllabus, and the theme of our third unit is school life. I hope you all remember that in our previous classes we have already completed 2 units from this. Now let us proceed towards the third unit, and from that you are going to learn part A, that is Swami is expelled from school. The theme, as I have told you, it is about the school life, right? That is what the reason this lesson have been given. So here comes the meaning of expel, that is officially make someone to leave from the school or organization completely. Okay, Swami was a small boy who was expelled from his school. Let us see why, what happened with him, and etc. The headmaster entered the class with a slightly flushed face and a hard, ominous look in his eyes. Swaminathan wished that he had been anywhere but there at that moment. So what happened one day, the headmaster, who was having a flushed face and he was very small actually, full of anger, ominous look, he entered the classroom. At that time, Swaminathan, that is Swami, he wished that he would have been at any other place, but unfortunately he was there at the moment. The headmaster surveyed the class for a few minutes and asked, "Are you not ashamed of coming and sitting there after what you did yesterday?" So at first what happened? The headmaster came and examined the class completely. Then he asked, "Are you people not ashamed after what you did yesterday?" It means that these children did something wrong yesterday, right? Let us see what was that. Just as a special honor to them, he read out the names of a dozen students that had attended the class. After that, he read out the names of those that had kept away and asked them to stand on their benches. So at first what he did, he announced the names of dozen students, that is 12 students who attended the class the previous day. And after that, he announced the names of the students who have kept away. It means that who have bunked the class previous day, and asked them to stand on their benches. He felt that punishment was not enough and asked them to stand on their desk. So after that, he felt like that punishment was not enough for them. So he immediately asked them to stand on their desk. That will be the writing benches actually. Swaminathan was among them and felt humiliated at that eminence. Then they were lectured. When it was over, they were asked to offer explanations one by one. One said that he had an attack of headache and therefore could not come to school. He was asked to bring a medical certificate. So what happened? After asking them to stand on the desk, this person, Swami, he was also one of those students only. He felt very humiliated, and after that they were lectured by the principal, the sir, the headmaster, right? And after that the headmaster asked the students to give the reasons why they kept away from the class the previous day. So one of the students said that he was suffering from headache. So he was asked to bring a medical certificate the next day. The second said that while he had been coming to school on the previous day, someone had told him that there would be no school and he had gone back home. So the second student in the class gave a silly reason. He said that when he was on the way to his school yesterday, some person have told him that there is a holiday today, right? So he went back. The headmaster replied that if he was going to listen to every loafer who said there would be no school, he deserved to be flogged. Anyway, why did he not come to school and verify? No answer. So the headmaster at first said that if you listen to each and every loafer standing on the road and you follow them, then you will never ever attend the school in your life. And then he asked him, and anyway, leave it, but why did not you come and verify it here? So the child gave no answer. The punishment was pronounced: 10 days attendance cancelled, 2 rupees fine, and the whole day to be spent on the desk. So that was a punishment given by the headmaster to the fellow. Someone said that today was the holiday. The third said that he had an attack of headache. The fourth said that he had stomachache. The fifth said that his grandmother died suddenly just he was starting for school. So third and fourth said that they were having headache and stomachache. And now comes the fifth person. He said that his grandmother expired. The headmaster asked him if he could bring a letter from his father. No, he had no father. So the headmaster asked him to bring a letter from his father regarding the death of the grandmother. He said, "I don't have father." Then who was his guardian? His grandmother. So he said that my guardian is my grandmother. But the grandmother was dead now. Was she not? So now the headmaster asked, "But just now you said that your grandmother is expired, right? Then who is your guardian now?" It was another grandmother. The headmaster asked how many grandmothers a person could have. No answer. Could he bring a letter from his neighbors? So now he asked, can you bring a letter from your neighbors that yes, really his grandmother expired and all? No, he could not. None of his neighbors could read or write because he lived in a very illiterate part of Element Street. So he said that no, I can't bring a letter from my neighbors because I live in an illiterate society. No one there can read or write. Then the headmaster offered to send a teacher to his illiterate locality to ascertain from the boy's neighbors if the death of the grandmother was a fact. So now the headmaster said that I will send a teacher with you, a teacher who will accompany you to your illiterate society, who will verify that whether you are saying the truth or not. A pause. Some perspiration, and then the answer that the neighbors could not possibly know anything about it since the grandmother died in the village. So at first he took a pause. It means that he thought in his mind, what reason should I give now? Then he said, probably my neighbors would not be aware of the fact that my grandmother has expired because she died in the village. The headmaster hit him on the knuckles with his cane because he came to know that this fellow was lying, called him a street dog and pronounced the punishment, 15 days suspension. When Swaminathan's turn came, he looked around helplessly. Rajan sat on the third bench in front and resolutely looked away. He was gazing at the blackboard intently. So what happened? Now comes the turn of the Swaminathan. He was very nervous. He was very terrified actually from the headmaster. Because of fear, he was watching his friend Rajan, who was sitting in the front desk. But yet the back of his head and the pink ears were visible to Swaminathan. It was an intolerable sight. Swaminathan was in acute suspense lest that head should turn and fix its eyes on his. He felt that he would drop from the desk to the floor. If that happened, the pink ears 3 benches off made him incapable of speech. If only somebody would put a blackboard between his eyes and those pink ears. So here pink ears refers to the headmaster's ears. So he was just able to see the ears of the headmaster, but he was very terrified from that also. He was feeling like it would be better if someone put a blackboard in between his eyes and those pink ears. He was deaf to the question that the headmaster was putting to him. A rap on his body from the headmaster cane brought him to himself. So what happened? He was deaf. He was unable to hear to the question that was imposed by the headmaster. He was not having any answer. What might be the question asked by the headmaster? That why he kept away from the class the previous day. Then what happened? A rap on his body. It means that the headmaster started beating him now. Why did you keep away yesterday? Asked the headmaster, looking up. Swaminathan's first impulse was to protest that he had never been absent, but the attendance register was there. So what happened? At first Swaminathan thought that he should say that I was present in the class, but to his bad luck, to his misfortune, there was the attendance register that was the full evidence that he was not there in the school yesterday. No, I was stoned. I tried to come, but they took away my cap and burnt it. Many strong men held me down when I tried to come. See, what is the excuse that was given by that fellow? When a great man is sent to God, I am surprised to see you a slave of the Englishmen. Didn't they cut off Dhakka Muslim, slaves of slaves? It means that some people have stopped him to go to the school. From going to the school, we can say. There were some of the disjointed explanations which streamed into his head and which even at the moment he was discreet enough not to express, right? He was giving some disjoint statements, right? One statement having no connection with the other one, right? He was just murmuring in a very slow voice. He had wanted to mention a headache, but he found to his distress that others beside him had one. So at first he thought that he can say that he was suffering from headache, but later he got to know, he understood the fact that others have already told that reason. The headmaster shouted, "Won't you open your mouth?" He brought the cane sharply down on Swaminathan's right shoulder. Swaminathan kept staring at the headmaster with tearful eyes, massaging with his left hand the spot where the cane was laid. "I will kill you if you keep on staring without answering my question," cried the headmaster. So here the headmaster was continuously beating Swaminathan. He was just crying, simply crying without giving any answer. And then headmaster said, "I will kill you if you don't open your mouth now." I could not come, stammered Swaminathan. He said that I could not come. "Is that so?" asked the headmaster, and turning to a boy said, "Bring the peon." So what happened? After listening to the reason or the answer given by Swaminathan, the headmaster turned to another boy and said, "Bring the peon, the clerk." Swaminathan thought, what is he going to ask the peon to thrash me? If he does such thing, I will bite everybody dead. The peon came. The headmaster said to him, "Now say what you know about this rascal on the desk." So what happened? At first Swaminathan was confused. Why he might be calling the peon? To thrash me, to throw me out of this school? If he really did so, then I am going to bite everybody here till they die. And then what happened? The peon enters. After the entering of the peon, the headmaster asked him, "Just look at this boy standing on the desk. Look at this rascal and tell me what you know about him." The peon eyed Swaminathan with a sinister look, grunted and demanded. Now the peon stared at this boy Swaminathan with full of anger, grunting and demanding, and said that, "Didn't I saw you breaking the panes?" Panes is nothing but a piece of glass in the window. It means that he have broken the glass of the window. "Of the ventilators in my room," added the headmaster with zest. So as soon as the peon completed his sentence, immediately the headmaster added by saying, "Of the ventilators of my room." It means that Swami have broken the panes in the principal's office itself. Here there was no chance of escape. Swaminathan kept staring foolishly till he received another whack on the back. So now he was having no answer, right? He was helpless now. The headmaster demanded what the young brigand had to say about it. The brigand had nothing to say. It was a fact that he had broken the pane. So just because he was guilty there, it was his mistake, he was unable to answer. They had seen it. There was nothing more to it. He had unconsciously become defiant and did not care to deny the charge. So now he was unable to deny the charge, deny the fact, right, that he had broken the pane. So he was standing like a stone. There was nothing more to it. He had unconsciously become defiant, right? So he became defiant. He was acting like a deaf. When another whack came on his back, he ejaculated, "Don't beat me, sir, it pains." So what happened? As soon as the headmaster beat him again, he ejaculated and shouted that, "Don't beat me, sir, right? It pains." This was an invitation to the headmaster to bring down the cane 4 times again. So as soon as he argued, he answered, right? Then immediately what happened? The headmaster got more angry and he beated him for 4 times. He said, "Keep standing here on this desk, staring like an idiot till I announce your dismissal." So what happened? He said that, "Stand here itself on this desk, staring like an idiot till I announce your dismissal." It means that I am going to suspend you from this school. Every pore in Swaminathan's body burnt with the touch of the cane. He had a sudden flood of courage, the courage that comes of desperation. He restrained the tears that were threatening to rush out, jumped down and grasping his books, rushed out muttering, "I don't care for your dirty school." So what happened? At last Swaminathan's courage came out. Now he was no more a covered, right? So he immediately took his belongings, that is the bag, the books and etc. He jumped down off the desk and he went out muttering, "I don't care for your dirty school." Finally he left that school forever. So this was a story of a small boy who was punished severely for his small mistake. So I hope you all have understood the lesson. I hope you all have understood how you have to behave in your school, right? So let us stop it here itself and we will continue in our next class. Thank you.